I've struck out a lot at these tracks and left with torn up race cars, and today we had a clean day.
Jimmie Johnson held off his hard-charging teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr. as the checkers flew during the 55th running of the Daytona 500 Sunday at Florida's Daytona International Speedway. It was Johnson's second win in the Great American Race and the 61st of his NASCAR Sprint Cup Series career. The number 48 Hendrick Motorsports team, led by crew chief Chad Knaus, seemed to have a winning game plan from the moment they arrived at the 2.5-mile tri-oval. After starting ninth in his new Gen 6 Lowe's Chevrolet SS, Johnson ended up joining an elite group of drivers, including NASCAR Hall of Famers Richard Petty and David Pearson, who won in their 400th Career Cup start.
It is just awesome. There's no other way to describe it. 400 starts. Every one of those starts with Lowe's and Hendrick Motorsports.
How about that?
Good, a little material left over. To be the first to win the Gen 6 in a Gen 6 car, and that car is a Chevy SS. Just a very, very proud moment. Plate racing, as we all know in here, has been a little tough on the 48 for the last few years, so I'm happy to get through it all, and just a strong race car. I feel like the speed our car had in it allowed me to really have control of the race there late, and I felt like I was sitting on something all day, and was just ready to have some fun when it counted, and it did.
Speeding down the backstretch on the final lap, Greg Biffle and Danica Patrick could see him coming, but had nothing for Earnhardt Jr.'s head of steam in the National Guard Chevrolet.
As we come off of turn 2 on that last lap, I felt like we needed to make the move a little earlier than off of 4, and I kept backing up, trying not to let guys get to racing behind us too much. If somebody ducked out of line a couple rows behind Mark, I was going to have a gap so I can take off, and me and Mark can take off and not get hung up with them guys back there. So once we come off of 2, just mash the gas and got a run on Danica and side drafted a little bit. I don't know why them guys didn't pull down in front of me besides Jimmy, but we got through 3 and 4 with a pretty good run. Once we come to turn 4, we kind of run out of steam. Just didn't have enough to get a run on Jimmy.
Just wanting to be up front at the end, 54-year-old Mark Martin began the 200-lap race in 14th behind the wheel of the Aaron's Dream Machine Toyota.
Well, we told 50 Cent if we won the race, he'd have to change his name to 55 cents for one day. And I was trying hard to get the name changed for a day. Just really, really can't believe that these guys let me drive their car. It was such a fast car. And and the guys just, they worked so hard on it, and I tore so much up earlier in the week, and they just keep digging. Rodney Childers called a great race, really smart race, and what we really wanted to do is be in the middle of it with 2 laps to go, and there we were.
Defending Sprint Cup champion Brad Keselowski was leading with 10 to go in his battle-scarred Ford, but slipped to 4th in the final push. A 5th-place finish helped a slightly sickly Ryan Newman revive his spirits. Biffle, who made the choice not to block the 88, landed 6th in the final tally, and following a strong run, Regan Smith finished 7th, while pole sitter and Rookie of the Year candidate Danica Patrick made history in 8th place as the highest finishing woman in the Daytona 500. Johnson leaves the World Center of Racing leading the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship standings by 5 markers over Earnhardt Jr. Martin and Keselowski are tied at 6 back, while Newman completes the top 5, 7 points in arrears. Next, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series hits the road for their first cross-country jaunt of the 2013 season, kicking up dust in the Arizona desert for the Subway Fresh Fit 500 at Phoenix International Raceway, Sunday, March 3rd.